Are you able to have an adult conversation with your constituents about race? That's another one. I know that you've had particular challenges on that front. You've been an active mayor as far as trying to resolve issues in your community. This has become a problem, as we know, in a lot of places. I have this question as to whether it's more of a problem today than it was 10 years ago, or we're just talking about it more, we're more aware of it. But in fact, it's been a problem at the same level all along. Talk about that from your perspective.
It's a serious challenge. South Bend, one of South Bend's great strengths is we're a very diverse city. We're about 25% African American. We're about 15% Latino. That's growing quickly. And like every city, we've had challenges about trust between the police department and members of the community. We've had challenges in terms of making sure that the makeup of our department or our administration reflects the community as a whole, which is incredibly important. And it's difficult to have conversations about that because it's so emotional. But we also know that if we don't have those conversations, it'll come back and bite us later. We've got to take these things seriously. And frankly, it's another example where we talk about it as a national issue, but all of these things really cash out at the local level, whether we're talking about police-community relations or just the way people are treated. I mean, one thing that's really alarming to me, I spent time with a youth task force that we created, high schoolers from all over the city. It's a really great group. They're signaling to me that bullying and taunting over race is on the rise in high schools in our city since the election. That is an alarming thing to hear.
Okay, stop for a second. Do you want to put that entirely on the president? Because there's a sense that maybe in his choice of words, the way he has talked about issues, that he has essentially pulled the stopper out of the test tube and allowed the virus to be released.
It's not like he single-handedly did this. Look,
no, but at the same time, words matter and leadership matters.
Absolutely.
And if people are given permission to say things, subtext is text.
Not only given permission, but given a way to do it. When you have a high school basketball game in Indiana, and the fans of the predominantly white school taunt the fans of the predominantly Latino school by chanting Trump, Trump, Trump at them, you can't say this has nothing to do with our presidential leadership.
I wonder what they're thinking.
Now, at the same time, what it's uncorking is a lot deeper. And we've also got, as we hold each other accountable for doing a better job at things like race relations, we've got to acknowledge that when some of the people in this country used to own some of the other people in this country, it's going to take more than a couple generations to deal with that.